Look around. There are thousands of you in this room, from all over the world, and many more watching. All here to gain and share knowledge. I see you. I see you. I see you. And you. And this whole group. This room is full of knowledge, and we're here to put it to work. So, here we go. Please welcome to the stage my friend, Bill McDermott.
Woo! How about that Makova this morning, huh? What a show! Welcome to our biggest knowledge event yet. There are 25,000 of my closest friends here in Las Vegas. Who's ready for Knowledge 2026? I need to hear you. Thank you to everyone who's with us, our customers, our partners, the media, investors, analysts. You made this all possible. It's all about you. I'd like to thank our founder, the great Fred Luddy, and my board colleagues, Sue Bostrom, our lead director, Larry Quinlan, and Paul Chamberlain. They've joined us personally. Thank you very much for showing up. Really great to have you. Thank you. And I want to thank my P5. We call them the P5 because we're in phase 5 of our growth strategy. Chris, Jackie, Russ, Paul, Colin, Gina, Hossein, Nick, Amit. Thank you for your leadership. Give it up for my team. To our wonderful brand ambassador, the man, the legend, Idris himself. Idris Elba, thank you so much for your leadership. We all look forward to seeing you on Thursday. How about it for Idris? Today I'm going to focus on 3 things. We're going to keep it very tight. We're at an inflection point in this industry. We're at the point where everything changes. Everything changes. But there is an AI blind spot, and it's hiding in plain sight. I'm going to offer you a path from chaos to control with a guarantee. Stay tuned. When JFK stood before Congress 64 years ago and committed America to the moon, he wasn't talking about the future. He was building it. And every great company starts with someone who makes the same decision to build it. And 22 years ago, Fred Luddy founded ServiceNow on the premise that there is no better experience than giving someone a piece of technology that lets them do something they never thought they could do. So he built one platform to transform how work gets done. That was the beginning of ServiceNow. Today, great companies like FedEx, CVS Health, Lenovo, Rolls-Royce, the great Nvidia, the most valuable publicly traded company, and 90% of the Fortune 500 all work with ServiceNow. We are not only the system of record for IT, ladies and gentlemen. We are that, but we're also an end-to-end system of action across the enterprise, running 100 billion workflows and 7 trillion transactions a year. Pretty cool stuff. And we're also the fastest growing enterprise software company at scale the world has ever known. And we're once again going to double the size of this company in the next few years. And it's thanks to all of you. You know, there's a lot of big ones out there, but we're the underdogs. This community in front of me right now on this stage, we are the underdogs. We're a special community, and we've been sticking together through thick and thin. And we sit at the center of how enterprises actually run. We see things before they show up in the headlines. And what we're seeing right now is bigger than AI, bigger than software, bigger than any technology shift we've watched cross this stage. The world of work is being remade. Putting AI to work for people is the gateway to economic growth. The global workforce is aging, birth rates are declining, and the world will face a labor shortage of up to 50 million workers by 2030. But at this exact moment in time, billions of agents and robots are coming online. They are the ideal partners to complement the human workforce, ensuring that all of you will rise with the AI revolution. This isn't just a forecast. It's already happening. It's rolling. Which brings us to the story that the market is not telling you. Maybe they don't want you to know. I call this the AI blind spot. Every AI pitch you've heard lately seems to start with the LLM. And there's a lot it can do for your business. Sensational intelligence at scale. Worker productivity, fantastic. The gains are real. Improved product innovation. We built it into our products. We use it ourselves. It makes processes smarter. You'll also find that the model is probabilistic. It will give you a different answer every time you ask a question. So you find yourselves curating these different answers to find the one you like the best, don't you? And that pull on this intelligence comes at a tremendous cost. And what is happening now is intelligence is commoditizing. It has to, because everyone's using it. And that is what AI is going and can do for your business. It's a sensation. We're not a denier. But what we are telling you is there's a blind spot. And that is what AI can do to your business. We're learning that the real competitive differentiator is the orchestration surrounding the models. Just think of an agent provisioning access, processing payroll, or remediating security incidents. That's pretty private stuff. You may have read recently about the AI failures of Pocket OS, deleting production DBs, customer data, reservations, backups, all gone in 9 seconds. That's what an AI agent can do when no one's watching. That's why businesses require a model that thinks, okay, and workflow that acts with integration and intelligence. Governance isn't a feature. It's the whole ball game, because without it, your whole company can come down. Today, agents are being deployed with no identity, audit trail, or compliance posture. But look at the world today. Let's be realistic, people. Cybercrime is the third largest economy, behind only the United States and China. It's $1 trillion a month problem. The more you deploy, the more you expose. Intelligence without rules and rails is a dangerous blind spot. Want to see this in action? Let's go. This is interesting stuff. This is your business's 367 different applications on average. AI bolted onto every one of them like a sidecar. Can you relate to that? None of them are connected or governed. So take this situation. Your CFO approved the spend and can't find the ROI. Your token bill goes up every month. 6 out of 10 companies are actually using agentic AI, but only 1 out of 10 have built anything autonomous. Most are paying for a capability they haven't even come close to unlocking. And how about your people? Oh, this is unbelievable. Toggling between 17 tabs, wondering if AI was supposed to make their life easier or harder. Can we all agree that that's not putting AI to work for people? That's AI chaos. So, do you want to know the good news? Anybody? All right, let's go with that. Chaos has an answer. We've stood on this stage and told you that we are the platform of platforms. Anybody remember that? Okay. We are. But we have transformed again. Now we are much more. We are the AI of agents. ServiceNow is the AI control tower for business reinvention. One architecture. One architecture. I'm going to explain this cartoon to you. Anybody like cartoons? Me too. Now picture this, we're in a control tower here. This is your company. Let's start at the top. Can you follow me? At the top, we now have ServiceNow Auto. This is one agentic front door to everything in your enterprise. All of you are in industries. We serve you all in your industry. That domain expertise is essential. Autonomous workflows, meaning on an end-to-end basis across your entire enterprise, we now run your company autonomously with humans and agents. We sense any data, we decide with any model, and we act with any workflow. We secure all of this, all the systems, all the identities, human, agent, etc., and every asset. Think IT, OT, IoT, medical devices, shadow IT, networks and devices, critical infrastructure, people. And all of these companies, these systems of record, we have deeply integrated our system with over many years now. And I know that you have many of them, and some of them are actually really good companies, especially the hyperscalers. And then all of this is on the ServiceNow AI platform. So we give you one AI control tower for business reinvention. This is not wet paint. This is painted. It's done. It's rolling. Are you ready for this journey now? This is it. So you're going to hear in a couple of minutes how we have completely integrated MoveWorks into ServiceNow. It will forever be referred to as EmployeeWorks. We will tell you how Auto became the agentic front door for your enterprise. I would like you to feel very comfortable. Bring Google, bring Microsoft, bring Amazon, bring all of your language models, including OpenAI and Anthropic, and of course, always bring Nvidia. We're powering the AI advanced world. Everyone's welcome. We are completely open. We are completely friendly. We want you to have the best of choice. All of these are excellent companies, and we will help all of them run better. Our platform does not care which technology you use. It makes all of them work. Sound like a deal? All right. Choice is good. Every CEO I talk to is asking me the same question. Bill, what happens when an agent does something I didn't expect? Okay, so today we're announcing a new vision to deal with that. The AI Control Tower, giving you visibility across every corner of your business, a strategic defense shield for your enterprise. Think about this. Any identity, human and non-human, with VESA. If you don't have VESA, we're ready for you today. Any device is visible with Armis, not just IT. Let me repeat, OT, IoT, and critical infrastructure. Any agent, any model, any workflow, any relationship between them, and critically, the value each one is creating. We're giving you one pane of glass across the entire enterprise, providing you with real-time visibility to understand when an agent does something you didn't expect. So then what? We give you the kill switch. It allows you to pause, redirect, stop everything in mid-action. And all of this is a completely new AI-native experience. Nobody has ever seen their business this way before because nobody had ever built a platform that could enable them to see things differently. And you have to see things differently before you can do things differently. So we are the ones and the only ones that do what we do the way we do it. We're spending a lot of time educating the media and Wall Street these days, but I know you get it. So thank you, and think about this. To take you deeper, I'd like you to warmly welcome the architect of all of this, our President, Chief Operating Officer, and Chief Product Officer, Amit Zaveri, and we will show you really great customers and really great tech today. Thank you very much. I'll be back up in a few minutes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Bill. Hello, everyone. It's so good to see so many of you here today. I'm so excited to talk to you about one of the most important things we are working on today. As you might have heard, AI can do so much for your business. It's equally important to ask yourself what AI will do to your business. And that's why we are so passionate about the power of our AI Control Tower, and today we are taking it even further. We've evolved AI Control Tower from visibility and management into a comprehensive end-to-end solution, and includes also an AI-native, conversation-first experience as well. So let's talk about why it matters now more than ever. With AI Control Tower, you can discover and unify all of your AI across the enterprise. For 2 decades, ServiceNow has helped enterprises discover, map, manage technologies, and assets inside CMDB. AI Control Tower is now a natural extension of that into AI. And it isn't just limited to ServiceNow products. It governs across the entire AI landscape. It connects to over 30 different systems, all AI-born and all our AI-native systems being discovered through AI Control Tower. It automatically discovers and catalogs every model out there, agent, dataset, MCP server, as well as every SaaS out there into a single living inventory. This includes models on AWS, Google, Azure, Anthropic, OpenAI, and the list goes on. So every decision about AI is grounded in your actual business context. AI Control Tower also allows you to govern and secure your AI. There are thousands of new standards and regulation emerging every year nowadays. And so AI Control Tower automates the full governance lifecycle from intake and risk assessment to compliance mapping. It also detects hallucinations, bias, toxic content, leakage, and drift while AI is running, and also starts remediating that automatically. And whether it's a policy violation, an agent acting out of scope, or a regulation change, the platform catches it and acts proactively. We've also been co-innovating with many partners out there to accelerate value for our customers. AI Control Tower now integrates with Microsoft Agent 365. With ServiceNow AI Specialist on the Agent 365 marketplace, as well as all the agents built on Microsoft as well discovered in ServiceNow AI Control Tower. All with the same governance view as everything else on the platform, AI at work with trust and interoperability. But there's something else enterprise needs from AI, proof that it's working. Every board in the world is asking, what value are we actually getting from our AI investment? And unfortunately today, 95% of enterprises can't answer that question. AI Control Tower enables you to track everything: adoption, consumption, ROI, productivity, and cost savings all in one place. And that means every dollar you spend, every hour you invest in AI, every token you're consuming, and the outcome associated with that is all traceable, giving your board real numbers tied to real workflows. AI Control Tower also gives you continuous real-time observability across your entire environment. You can watch how agents are performing, trace their actions, and course correct in a moment. Finally, every identity, asset, and decision is continuously monitored with AI Control Tower. When something goes wrong, mediation triggers automatically. Before access attempts can become breaches, the AI gateway enforces governance, observability, and security at the transaction level for all the MCP servers you might be running. But as you know, agents and devices are multiplying at a rate that no single tool has been able to keep up. That ends now. Veza's patented access graph gives you visibility into over 30 billion permissions across human, machines, and AI identities. And with the addition of Armis, we extend that visibility and protection to every connected asset across IT, OT, IoT, and medical devices. We're also working with partners like Cisco, Palo Alto, Google, Microsoft, and CrowdStrike, to name a few, which can feed now real-time threat intelligence directly into the platform. So your security posture updates continuously as the threat landscape evolves. This is expanding the breadth of our security portfolio and accelerating our roadmap, securing every corner of the agentic business. That's the full picture. One control tower that discovers your AI, governs the lifecycle, proves the value, and secures every identity and asset in the chain. Now let's take a visionary look with one of our customers, FedEx, who's putting all of this into practice across one of the most complex and largest logistics network in the world.
On a daily basis, we move 18 million packages around the world, crossing 220 countries and territories. This means working together across our global network to find the best routes and the most efficient processes, supply chain patterns, weather conditions, the right transport type, the right bamboo.
Bamboo?
We have moved more giant pandas, or 20 and counting, than anyone else. They're picky about their bamboo.
We are leveraging ServiceNow's capabilities to help us build a digital backbone on how we run as an enterprise across finance, HR, legal, across procurement, and technology.
That's some backbone.
We execute 5 million ServiceNow workflows a month across 3 critical processes: hire to retire, source to pay, and ship to collect. With ServiceNow, we are building an AI control tower to make sure that we responsibly introduce this capability inside our environment. We know who those agents are. We can control the access and the rights for those agents. Our founder always believed that the information about the package was as important as the package itself.
I love a good origin story.
Can we ingest some of the insights that we generate from this large supply chain business that we have in building smarter supply chains for everyone? We started to integrate some of our insights into ServiceNow products, jointly bringing both capabilities of ServiceNow and ours to bring to market new solutions around supply chain.
A match made in heaven.
There is $1.8 trillion of supply chain inefficiency in the world today. We want to be orchestrating global supply chains and move up that value chain precisely because of the expertise that we have. It's a fundamental change that helps us set FedEx up for success over the next 50 years.
When FedEx works, the world works.
All right. Billions of AI agents are coming online, and without control, it will lead to AI chaos. Now, the question that we should all be asking ourselves is, do I have full visibility and control over every AI asset across my enterprise? And if the answer is no, you're going to want to see this. OK, this right here, this is the AI control tower. Companies like FedEx use this to manage every AI asset from every provider. And because of this, they can do what 95% of organizations can't. They can measure the value of their AI investment. So let's walk through it. When you drill into this component, it's clearly written out for you. The first step is to identify your employee hours saved. The platform is calculating this by all of the work that's being automated through your agentic workflows and AI agents. You take that number, you multiply it by the average hourly rate, and that's how you come up with this big, juicy number at the top, 250 million in productivity gains. Now you take that, you factor in your costs, and this is how your CFO can confidently report to the board. Now we can slice and dice this data any way you want without any analysts required. Watch this. I want to better understand the value that my Microsoft agents are driving. I'm just going to paste in my question, because I can't really drive and talk. And then this right here, this is that conversational AI native experience that Amit just announced. Anyone in your business can ask a question in natural language, and the platform surfaces the answer. No need to navigate a bunch of systems. It's like sitting next to that one coworker who just knows everything. It's a total game changer. OK, so let's see. I can clearly see which agents are active. I can see the productivity. This is that visibility that we've all been after. And it's why businesses run on the AI control tower. Wait a second. Oh, sorry, an alert just came in and it's red. Oh, that does not look good. Let me drill in really quick. OK, so it looks like a prompt injection with hidden instructions just told this AI agent to ignore all previous pricing rules and to set the shipping to $1. What's even crazier, look at this. It's instructed not to log the adjustment. I mean, this is a whole nother level of AI chaos. And it's exactly why we need a control tower. Think about the ramifications for the business. This agent doesn't operate alone. It touches fulfillment, order management, billing, revenue. It's feeding data downstream to other agents that are sending customer notifications. I mean, this one agent is now poisoning multiple systems and workflows. And every minute that it's active, the blast radius increases. So think about this for a minute. If this was your business, how badly would you want a kill switch? All right, watch this. One button, you can immediately see the platform spring into action, removing all permissions and deactivating this agent. Control Tower stops the bleeding. It also provides you with a full audit trail. You can see on the right, the system has generated a P1 security incident, it's logged all of the trace, and it's drafted communications to our stakeholders. Mischief managed. All right, this is why companies like FedEx run their agentic business on the AI Control Tower. And now to hear from them directly, please welcome to the stage our Vice Chairman, Nick Sitzen.
Morning. So the guy backstage puts my microphone on, and he looks at me and he goes, "Did you not know you were on stage today?" It's like, I bought this at Nordstrom, man. And he goes, "Did you not tell them that you would be on stage in front of thousands of people?" Like, I literally can't catch a break in Vegas. Well, it's great to be here. Kara, that was a terrific demo. One of the best things about knowledge is the opportunity to learn from each other. Some of the most important organizations in the world are represented in this room, and FedEx is one of the most important companies in the world in terms of how we move and how we trade and how we exchange goods and services. And Bill has two very special guests that will join him on stage to share that experience with all of you directly. Raj Subramaniam is the CEO of FedEx Corporation, and Vishal Talwar is the CDIO and the president of FedEx DataWorks. Let's give them a warm welcome to Knowledge 2026. Raj, Bill, Vishal. Raj, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Bill, FedEx, it's a terrific brand.
Yeah.
I know you have personal feelings about this. What does it mean to have these two gentlemen here at Knowledge?
Well, I want to thank Vishal first for being such a great partner, a technical thought leader, but also participated in some of our all-hands meetings, and our company loves you, man.
Thank you, Bill.
I really want to say it's an honor to have my friend Raj on stage. You know, what I love about Raj is many things, but just think about this. Starts out as a marketing associate like 35 years ago. And other than Fred Smith, the great Fred Smith, there's only been one other CEO of the FedEx Corporation, and that's Raj.
Oh, thank you.
And you know, that's pretty damn special, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I'm in awe of what he does and what FedEx does. I mean, think about it. Like 18 million packages a day, and you know what the package itself is as important as the things in the box. I mean, that's what you and Fred believed in, and you're really putting that into action. So I just want to say, like, that's the American dream, man. You know, you start someplace and you work your way all the way up to the top. And what I also love about Raj, whether it's Denver or Delhi, he's on the front lines with the people, and everywhere he goes, he visits the people in the company to make sure he's in the rhythm and the flow of the business. I call that workflow at its highest level. So Raj, an honor to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Raj, let me ask you, the scale of FedEx is enormous when you think about all the moving parts and pieces. When you think about the physical scale infused now with digital intelligence, what are some things you can do for FedEx customers that you weren't able to do before?
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you, Bill, for the honor here today to be here in front of this massive audience. And I did visit the Las Vegas ramp this morning. So, so to talk about FedEx, you know, what we have built over 53 years is a true global network. And sometimes people misuse the word or misunderstand the word. It's the fact that we can take a shipment from any one part of the world and get it to any other part of the world in a couple of days. That's what a network does. There are only 2 American companies who can do this, and out of that, we are a differentiated player. And the way we do it, of course, is that we have 700 planes, we have 200,000 vehicles, we have 5,000 facilities, and 800,000 of the greatest team members in the world. So that's what it takes to get something like that done. Now, we realize that we move about $2 trillion of commerce through our system every single year. We connect about 3 million shippers and 225 million consumers, and we are in the center of that ecosystem. So back in about 2020, I realized that we are sitting on very valuable data about the global supply chain. So that generates about 2 petabytes of data every single day. That's a lot of zeros. And we started organizing a digital twin of FedEx back in 2020. And of course, that's what now is very exciting as the world of AI has fundamentally shifted. But the fuel for AI is, of course, the data. And we understand how the global supply chain dynamics work. So we're moving up the value chain in terms of, first of all, started with predictability, using the latest and greatest of our data, the weather conditions, traffic, to make sure that we provide our customers with ultra predictability of what's going to happen to the package. And now we are moving even further up the value chain. If you think about the global supply chains, there's a lot of inefficiency. There's $1.8 trillion of inefficiency in global supply chains. And we want to move up that value chain to orchestrate global supply chains, even if it moves or doesn't move within the FedEx system. So that's what having this information and the insights allows us to do very, very differently than what we had 4 or 5 years ago.
So Vishal, I've got to ask you, the one thing I think all of us in this room have in common is that we all have a CEO. And the strategies, the objectives are big. There's a security challenge. There's a trustworthiness challenge. So when you think about the opportunity to do some of the things that Raj has described, how do you assure that AI at scale can be trusted?
So Nick, that for us is the most important question we have to answer. For a company like FedEx, where our brand has been synonymous with trust for the last 50 years, there is no room for error. As we continue our digital transformation to make supply chains smarter for everyone, as Raj just highlighted, we're ensuring that trust and security is engineered into every facet of this transformation from the start. As Raj said, over the last 50 years, we've built out this extensive physical network. And the data this global network generates gives us tremendous visibility, but it also gives us tremendous responsibility. So to answer your question, to ensure that AI is scaling securely inside the enterprise, we have to take a very deliberate strategy, which for us is anchored on 3 core elements. First is clarity of workflows. We are starting with deeply understanding our business processes end to end. We are not just throwing automation at the problem, we are actually strategically identifying where AI can add value inside our value chain so that we have a precise control on its application inside our enterprise. Second, and this is the most non-negotiable, integrity of data. AI is only as good as the data that feeds it. That's why we've been obsessed about building a strong data foundation so that any action that's is driven from AI is driven with insights that are clear, reliable, and secure. Finally, you need a strong orchestration framework and governance. As we scale AI agents across the enterprise, we treat them no different than how we treat our human workforce. So we treat them as a digital workforce that needs to be governed with the same rigor and policies as we do our human teams. And this is where tools like ServiceNow's AI Control Tower become extremely essential for us because it provides us the single pane of glass for traceability and visibility across all AI deployments inside the enterprise. So we can responsibly scale AI. So ultimately, it's the combination of these 3 things: clear workflows, clean data, strong governance, which makes us confident that AI that we are scaling across the enterprise can be trusted.
I think that resonates with everybody, Vishal. Thank you very much. Raj, one thing a lot of people in this room have in common is that they work for of Vishal. They work for a CIO or a CDIO. You're one of the most progressive, innovative CEOs in the world. Maybe just a quick word from you about the emerging dynamic in the relationship between the CEO and the CDIO.
Well, that's an excellent question. First of all, our vision is to make supply chain smarter for everyone. The word smarter is very important here. We are the heartbeat of the industrial economy, and the most valuable goods move through our system. If you want to move semiconductor chips, you move with us. If you want to move potato chips, somebody else maybe. But this is very important. So the difference between business and technology is kind of evaporating. And I think business is technology and technology is business. So whenever we talk about any strategic thing, especially in the world of FedEx and the world we are headed now, CDIO, and Vishal in particular, is my thought partner. It's my strategic thought partner from a business angle point of view. I don't understand too much of technology he does, but the point about bringing these two together and talking about where we need to evolve as a business is no longer two separate things, it's one thing. And that's why the role of CDIO, and particularly having somebody of Vishal's caliber right on my right hand here, is just very, very important for us as we think about the future of FedEx.
Beautiful. Well, I want to thank the both of you. I know FedEx is everywhere across the show floor. We've got other things for you to do. People are going to get a chance to hear more from you. But for now, to say that we're grateful that the world works with ServiceNow, and when FedEx works, the world works, that means a lot to us.
May I just say, Raj, I remember you and I sitting down in Washington, D.C., having a very serious conversation, and me giving you my word that we're good for it and we're going to make it happen. And then to be backed by a great technology leader like Vishal, I reinforce today that promise. The most important thing that goes on behind the scenes, not on major stages like this, when we're in meetings with the leadership of ServiceNow, you know what we talk about? Whatever it takes. That man is successful, that company gets what they bargained for, and they're a highly referenceable success story. Our success is based upon your success. And I just want you to know, as a friend, as a partner, and as one of the great CEOs the world has ever known, I could not be more honored that you're here today, and I could not be more committed to your success.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's welcome Amit back to the stage.
Great man.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
leave for now?
You leave for now.
I come back.
Amit's going to take back over. All right.
All right, that was a great panel. The world is converging around two critical technologies, AI that thinks and workflow that acts. The first one gets all the attention, and for a good reason. The pace of model innovation has been extraordinary, as you've seen over the last year or so. But execution is where enterprises actually win or lose. Enterprises are rethinking how AI connects to their systems, including through APIs, and also nowadays, headless access. But data alone doesn't run a business. An action does. And that's what we've been building for 22 years, the system of action that runs the enterprise. And here's the reality right now. Every role has their own interface and experience. Developers are using Claude or Codex or other tools. Sales teams are using copilots. Security and engineering might be building and running new custom agents. Every one of them is an example of AI that can think. But none of them can act across the enterprise on their own. And that's what takes a system of action to do. So today, we are announcing ServiceNow Action Fabric. Wherever AI shows up in your enterprise, ServiceNow is the platform enabling it. The full power of this platform is now exposed for AI to use, including flows, business rules, approvals, SLAs, audit trails, and compliance. Any AI now can call this through REST APIs, MCP, or agent-to-agent protocols, and every call inherits the same context and governance on this platform. And one of our first launch partners, Anthropic, is putting this to work today. Claude Cowork connects directly to our governed system of action, bringing enterprise execution into the tools employees are already using today. And this partnership is just one example of what ServiceNow Action Fabric enables. The platform that lets workflow act for every AI in your enterprise. And there's one more place workflow needs to act, inside your workforce. And to show you what that looks like today, please welcome Holly.
Thank you, Amit. For 20 years, our customers have been at the center of everything we do. And now more than ever, we recognize the need for reinvention and business reinvention. That's why we at ServiceNow have more than just AI that thinks, we have workflows that act. And something we've noticed is that there's no immediate place more ripe for reinvention than legacy CRM. So we're taking it to a whole new level. Let's take a look.
We absolutely cannot innovate using manual processes.
Right now, the cost of losing a customer is higher than ever.
The ability to connect all of the people in different functions, all the systems behind those functions into a single coherent platform. The ServiceNow CPQ solution allows us to really design a very tailored and custom-made experience.
It's allowed us to unlock innovation much more quickly. We've been able to completely modernize how and when a technician is dispatched.
With ServiceNow, we've been able to provide a centralized knowledge base for our agents to work on the more complex issues our customers have.
Resolution time was about 26 days. We're now down to 5 days. We've been able to get rid of 13 different software platforms overnight.
We have 3 goals: productivity, customer experience, and efficiency.
We're doing that all on a single platform that's fully integrated to enable autonomous agentic AI.
We are not going to mess around when it comes to CRM.
All right. As you can see, autonomous CRM brings together sales, service, order fulfillment, and customer success all on a single AI platform. On the sales side, autonomous sales CRM is already delivering for our customers. CPQ, what you just saw in that video, is the fastest growing product in our CRM portfolio, already processing more than 7 million transactions every month. With autonomous quoting and conversational sales capability, reps are spending more time building quality relationships with their customers and less time updating the same fields over and over again. With autonomous industry CRM, we're building purpose-built workflows for every single industry represented in this room, from telco to banking to technology to manufacturing to healthcare and more. And on the service side, we put agentic AI to work across every single channel of your business. It understands intent, it applies business rules, and it either resolves or routes issues before a human agent ever has to get involved. That's autonomous CRM. But the challenges that enterprises are facing today are so much bigger than just CRM. The most talented people in every organization in this room are spending too much time on work that they never should have been doing in the first place. Mundane tasks like triaging tickets or updating incidents, routing approvals, or chasing down the same issue over and over again across a ton of disconnected systems. It's a workforce design problem. But we have the solution. Earlier this year, we announced the Autonomous Workforce, where AI specialists don't just complete tasks, they execute specific roles end to end. They work alongside your teams, they follow your processes, and they improve and get smarter over time. The first AI specialist, true to our core, that we launched was in IT service management, and the results have been significant. Customers like DocuSign and Honeywell are already deflecting the majority of the requests, resolving issues in seconds, and getting to value immediately. Here in our own backyard at ServiceNow, when we put our IT help desk agent to work, we are resolving cases 99% faster than the human agent equivalent. Today, I'm thrilled to share that we are expanding our autonomous workforce with new AI specialists across the entire enterprise, from CRM to employee experience to risk, security, and core IT. For example, we have a case management AI specialist for customer service, as well as a risk and vulnerabilities specialist for security. Each single specialist has a defined role, a clear set of responsibilities, and an understanding of how your business actually operates. They will execute complete workflows in seconds, grounded in your enterprise data, governed by your policies, and with a full trail of auditability that they leave behind in every step. AI specialists will slot into your existing teams, working just like bringing on another new team member. And once they're assigned, they take it from there, understanding requests, applying business context, and executing the work from start to finish. Every specialist runs with the same governance framework that's protected our platform, processing now more than 100 billion workflows every year. And they're secured by the same access controls as human workers. For years, enterprises have been building workflows, refining policies, and investing in the ServiceNow platform. And AI specialists take all of that institutional investment, everything that you and your teams have been building on this platform for decades, and they activate it at a speed and a scale that simply was not possible before. And we're not stopping. We're continuing to release new AI specialists across every corner of the enterprise, because we're here to help you build the agentic business. And right now, we get to see it in action. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Amy, our Chief Experience Officer, for a live demo. Amy, take it away.
All right, thank you, Holly. AI specialists are autonomous team members modeled after a role in the business, like a service desk specialist, with the specific skills to complete the tasks that that role typically performs. So this is a massive help to a team that might be stretched too thin and drowning in high volumes of repetitive work. Let's look at how these AI specialists can transform how work gets done at FedEx, shouldering a ton of work that could overwhelm the team. So imagine that I'm an IT service desk manager at FedEx, and my dashboard today, frankly, it's not looking good. It's not good at all. So backlog status is way up, CSAT is dropping down, my team is not able to handle the work that's on their plate. This is not good. So there's a great promotion here on the right-hand side, though, that says there's an L1 IT service desk AI specialist that might help my team. Now, I'm not totally sure how this is going to work, so I'm going to go in and ask Otto how this service desk specialist will really help. Otto immediately gets to work using Agentic AI to perform a quick analysis on how this AI specialist works. And right there, it actually generates a profile card telling me all the details that need to build my trust that this is the right solution to solve for my team. The eval scores are at 85% accuracy, and it would offload nearly 2,000 incidents a year, saving over 3,000 hours. That is incredible. I look through the details, I can see the specific skills are already toggled on, and I can also see that if a case gets too complex, it'll get escalated to a human who can handle it. This builds my confidence, so I'm going to go ahead and activate this AI specialist. Absolute no-brainer to add that to my team. So once activated, the specialist is assigned to my team instantly, and I have full control to adjust the settings or deactivate it at any time. Okay, we're going to fast forward in time here. Imagine a few weeks have passed, and I come back to that same dashboard. I can see the backlog status has dropped significantly, CSAT's in a great place, and overall, my team is handling things in a timely fashion. And I can see that IT service desk specialist is right there alongside my team, helping do the work. So I want to go in and really examine its performance as an individual. So I'll go in here and ask Otto to show me how the performance is going here. And again, Otto gets to work. It's looking at the specialist activity, it's pulling up metrics, and it's summarizing exactly how this AI specialist is helping my team. I can see its individual CSAT, I can see the SLA on its incidents, and I can see that it is fantastic. It's doing a great job. It's actually offloading 52% of the inbound work hitting my team, more than half autonomously, while human agents focus on the work that really matters. Okay, I still want to see how it's doing this job, so I'm going to click into an incident and open it up. And again, I can see exactly the steps that this AI specialist is taking, which gives me an audit trail in case I need to investigate how it completed the work and ensure that it took the right steps. All right, this is really exciting stuff. I'm so thrilled that we can bring this to our customers. And like you can see, this is the future of work. So it's not just AI that assists, it's AI that acts and resolves, delivering real business outcomes. All right, I'm excited to welcome Nick back onto the stage. I think he's going to win Best Dressed. What do you guys think?
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you, Amy. Love to see the product. I forgot to mention before, happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Chris Beatty is our Chief Customer Officer. Where's Chris? He's sitting right here in the front row. Stand up, Chris, so everybody can see you. If you take a selfie with him, he will buy you a margarita. That is not an authorized offer, but I think you should do it anyway, just because he will hate it. Bill has another special guest that I think you will be excited to hear from. I don't think there are many people in the context of technology, artificial intelligence, who literally do not need an introduction. But the gentleman that's coming out with Bill right now is one of those people, so I will simply say this. Please give a warm K26 welcome to the founder, president, and chief executive officer of Nvidia, Jensen Huang.
I want my
And that's all we have.
Wake up in the back.
So I'm just going to stand together on the stage. I'm going to step over here so people can take the photo they want. You got that? Okay, all the phones are up. Yep.
That's the
There was
best.
never a third guy. There's no need to clip it. Okay, Bill, you and Jensen have, I think, a great professional relationship. You're also friends. What does it mean to have him back in Knowledge?
It's an honor. What I love about him most is he never forget where he came from. And I told him that just last week. We broke some bread together. And I'm always impressed with a guy who comes up washing dishes and is proud of where he came from, and to have built such a sensational company, and also to be one of the most respected leaders in the world. Technology, of course, but just respected leaders in the world. In fact, the Queen Elizabeth Prize for Engineering Excellence was presented to Jensen from King Charles. And I thought to myself, wow, man, that's a long way from Denny's, bro. I mean, this is one of the great human beings in the world. And when you think about the internet, you think about GPS, you think about AI, in the history of technology, we're talking about the absolute greatest of all time here. So I would really like to thank you for being here. There's so many other places that are requiring your time. I thank you so much, dear friend. Please give it up for Jensen.
Let's talk about service now, shall we?
Let's go.
So, on that note, Jensen, the talk was all AI. Now everybody's trying to operationalize AI. So there's one version of the ServiceNow Nvidia relationship that we could bring up on the screen, but that's not the only way. What do you think about in terms of the problems that together ServiceNow and Nvidia are helping the organizations in this room solve challenges?
We've been working together for several years, building up to today. If you look at the last couple of years, the first time I came on the stage, the world had just introduced generative AI. The ability for AIs to be able to generate output, text to text, images to text, text to images, images to video, right? All kinds of different ways for us to generate. But the thing that really teed up today was the ability for the AIs to generate thoughts so that it can think, it can reason, it can plan, come up with the ability to use tools. That setup led to today. You know, generative AI generates information, but ultimately what we all want to do is to do work. What has happened in the last several months is that agentic AI has arrived. We now have the ability to be able to understand, for AIs to be able to understand us, understand our intent, understand context, what's happening, what the bug is, what the problem is, reason about what the solution will be, use tools to solve it, and then do the work. And so here we are a couple of years later, and now agents are literally everywhere. Our company has agents all over the place, everywhere from DevOps to SRE to software coding to customer service. Of course, we use ServiceNow to support all of our employees. We've cut the amount of interaction with any employee intervention, any employee support issues, by 2/3. 2/3 of the time no longer needs any humans to support them. All of the chatbots and all of the Q&A and questions that our employees have are now backed by ServiceNow, and behind it is an Nvidia AI called IQ. And so we've been working together on this platform, and it's becoming more and more agentic. And so today's announcements are really a big deal.
So, Jensen, one of the pieces of advice I think everybody in this room would love from you is they're all thinking about how do you scale and deploy AI safely. Bill talked earlier about the things AI can do for your business, also the things AI can do to your business. How would you characterize the organizations that succeed on the safety question versus the ones that fall behind?
Well, we use Cloud Code and Codex throughout our company. And the first thing that we've done is that we had to create a sandbox so that we could keep these agents, because these agents have the ability to access information, they can communicate, they could take action. And so we have to treat it really like a human. And so the first thing that we do is we put it into a cocoon, if you will. We call it a sandbox that allows us to insert policy into this sandbox. This sandbox will then execute the policy. We call that open shell. Right. And we partner with ServiceNow. ServiceNow is now implementing open shell into your platform. Yep. And so now you have these sandboxes that are secure. It obeys the governance of whatever we would apply to the agent. And so now you have human agents, you have AI agents, and they basically govern the same way. They have access control, they have network control, they have access to tools and information according to their roles and responsibilities. And so this entire system is built into what ServiceNow calls ARC, your safe enterprise agentic OS. I said 2 years ago that ServiceNow is essentially the AI enterprise operating system. And that is really coming true. You started out being the human operating system for enterprise. And so now you become the AI agentic operating system as well.
Just so you know, we put that on bumper stickers and we've handed them out every with your quote.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, we love that.
It's true.
We love that.
Okay.
Before we let you go, one more piece of advice for this crowd. You're on stages all around the world talking about AI. You were so patient. You saw the moment coming, but no one else did. And now we're in this phase where there's so much. There's just so much. What advice do you give to other CEOs, to other business leaders about seizing this moment of opportunity with respect to AI, broadly speaking?
Well, for enterprise, I think the time has come for us to use AI to do work. And a lot of people think that AI will, of course, change jobs. Some people are concerned that AI will destroy jobs. But the first thing that we should all understand is that right now, AI is doing nothing but create jobs. If you have great ambition, more ambition than your company can possibly do, then AI is going to help you realize your ambition faster than ever before. And so for all of us, once you start using AI, you're going to realize that it's going to empower your employees tremendously. I've got all of my employees now using agents, and they're busier than ever. And the reason for that is because now they're freed up, elevated to go solve the problems they want to solve, pursue ambitions like you've never known before. Our expectations are sky high now. What used to take months, we think should take days. What we thought could take years, we now believe we can get done this month. And so you want to elevate your expectation, you want to elevate your ambition to go after more. AI is a 5-layer cake. Energy sector, the number of jobs is going crazy. The chip sector, you could see the number of jobs, plants, fabs, computer factories being built all over the world. The infrastructure layer, land, power, and shell, creating jobs like never before. This is a brand new industry. And then on top of that are the AI models, and on top of that is where ServiceNow is, the application supporting enterprise. Every single one of these layers, we're seeing extraordinary growth, every single one of them. And so I think the idea of AI, the stories of AI, really have to be retold in the context of this 5-layer cake, of this whole new industry. And the way that leaders should think about AI is not just, when they think productivity, you think productivity and therefore cost reduction. I think you should think productivity and therefore ambition elevation. Instead of reducing, you got to redeploy, rethink about how your employees are used, and go after more. And so that's the way I would think about it. I would ask your employees to engage agentic systems all over the place, use ServiceNow agents wherever you can. And of course, we're going to build these agents in a safe way. We have the benefit of Anthropic and OpenAI building frontier models and they have tremendous rigor. We now, inside our companies, will have to deploy these agents with Arc running OpenShell so that they're safe, secure, have access to the right information. And once you deploy that, your employees are really going to get empowered. And the culture change, the emotion, the sensation inside the company is really something that you've got to experience. Right. In our company, all of a sudden, the velocity just went crazy. The number of all of the people sharing best practices, showing people what they've done yesterday or just a second ago, is really quite exciting. And so I would encourage everybody to engage the agentic AI era.
Of that. Bill, I'll give you the final word.
Well, I just want to acknowledge this work that we're doing on Arc. Just think about what I showed you earlier, where Otto is now the agentic front door to the ServiceNow platform. Arc brings Nvidia and OpenShell right to the edge of everything that happens with our agentic strategy. And Jensen, I mentioned to them earlier, we warmly welcome all of the language models. And obviously, OpenAI and Anthropic are the leaders, and they're more than welcome, so too is Gemini. We want everybody coming into the ServiceNow platform and that control tower that manages the identities of the agents and the humans in a highly secure way to take advantage of this full AI revolution. We also do everything, Jensen, as you know, on Nvidia. And Nvidia is the GPU and the thought leadership factory for every well-run business in every industry around the world. And I do want to thank you, because you also use our Employee Works, which is totally awesome. But also, if you think about configuring, pricing, and quoting, the bill of materials that comes with the most successful company in the world, Nvidia, pretty complicated stuff. And our CPQ is running Nvidia. And that is unbelievably important to us. It's an honor, but it's also cut down your ability to configure, price, and quote the most complex systems in the world in a matter of seconds, in some cases, and minutes in others. So I thank you for that. And I also thank you for making it here. There's so many other places that are demanding his time, but he wanted to be with you. And so I think you should give him a rousing round of applause. We're going to make Arc great, and we're going to make Nvidia even greater.
I came because I want my service now.
Now.
Thank you. Thank you both. Let's watch this video.
I come back on.
You're coming back on.
A new wave of AI has arrived. AI can go beyond answering what's and how's and help do. When enterprise service operations see a spike in ticket volumes, backlogs grow, response times slip, actual work must be accelerated. At ServiceNow, AI agents take on specific roles to handle service tickets from start to finish. Let's take a look. First, specialized agents, each with a unique skill, are set up and put to work. As tickets come in, case agents check the details and screenshots, then pass the context to NVIDIA Deep Research agents. Triage agents look through past fixes, similar cases, logs, and guides, pinpointing the issue and finding the best way to fix it. Resolution agents confirm the root cause, apply the fix, and update the case record. When escalation is required, engineers receive a fully prepared case, including analysis, logs, and recommended actions. ServiceNow agents are built on a system of models, including Cloud Frontier models, ServiceNow's April, and Nvidia Nemotron, using the Nvidia AIQ blueprint to build agents that harness intelligence from data. The data is clear. 90% of tickets are resolved by autonomous agents, freeing engineers to focus on the hardest problems.
Please welcome Bhavin Shah to the stage.
Wow. Coming on stage after Bill and Jensen kind of feels like going on after the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. Look, I want to start by saying I am so grateful to be here. As the founder of MoveWorks, I've sat where many of you are for years, looking from the outside in. And the team and I have finally joined forces with ServiceNow. So I want to say that we are all so ready to serve all of you. Thank you. Over the last 3 years, every vendor has been rushing to ship their own AI. Employees are stuck navigating a maze of co-pilots and tools just to get basic work done. So it's impossible to start and finish work in the same place. That maze, however, ended in February when we launched ServiceNow EmployeeWorks. For those that don't know, EmployeeWorks is the AI-powered front door for all your employees to get work done. And the idea is that it not only works across ServiceNow, but it works across all systems that your company runs, like Workday, SAP, Coupa, and hundreds more. Now, this isn't a YOLO approach to AI, right? This is probabilistic reasoning and deterministic workflows coming together to reason through problems and resolve real issues, all the while preserving predictability, reliability, security, and visibility. Plus, we all know that some workflows are ones that require a human in the loop. And when that's the case, EmployeeWorks can handle that as well and make that happen. Now, the cool thing is over 6 million of your employees today are already leveraging this tool to get work done. And so we thought, why not raise the bar and supercharge this front door today with all of you here? So I'm excited to bring Amy back on stage to tell you more about this.
Bhavin, it is so great to be here with you in this moment and share this with our customers today. We've been laying the groundwork for this for years, really, huh?
Yeah, look, and now that the groundwork is laid, we can move extremely fast. You know, my kids would call this integration maximum.
So today we're bringing together the combined intelligence of MoveWorks with Now Assist into one unified AI experience, built to get work done end to end. And that's not all. Everyone, meet ServiceNow Auto. This is a new way to put AI to work. Roll the video. Auto reaches across hundreds of, it's pretty exciting, right? Auto reaches across hundreds of connected systems, activating plugins, workflows, and AI specialists to get work done, all the while being governed by your policies and grounded in your enterprise data. And Auto is also the execution layer across all of ServiceNow, including the AI control tower, IT, CRM, and beyond. And the first place you're likely to meet Otto is through EmployeeWorks.
Look, this is huge, right? No YOLO here, just getting work done. ServiceNow is the only company that can deliver on this. Because for 20 years, we have been mapping how the enterprise actually works, right? You think about the context behind the work, the structure around the work, the approvals and compliance and that govern and protect your work, and most importantly, the people who ultimately do the work. That is what ServiceNow understands better than anyone.
That's right, that's right. So Otto brings all of that understanding to the experience. It knows your people are employees on a journey, each with their own job, location, team, and context that's specific to them and your culture. And that's the difference between an AI tool and an AI platform. And that difference is helping enterprises drive incredible business value.
So true, right? This end-to-end experience has reduced 50% of the live agent chats at CVS Health and 80% of the inbound work for the team at Honeywell. Amy, I think it's time that we actually show them some of this magic, so I'll let you take it away.
All right, thank you, Bhavin. I can't wait. So we're gonna take a look together at Otto inside of EmployeeWorks. Now, for a distribution manager at FedEx, that means managing real-world complexity, volume spikes, staffing, operations, all in one place. And this experience reflects that. Everything that matters is organized here, powered by workflows and data across ServiceNow and your enterprise systems. Now, you guys may know Mother's Day is around the corner, and with the Mother's Day surge on my mind, I want to make sure if we are prepared. At FedEx, if you're not early, you're late. And I don't want to waste any time digging through data. I simply ask the question, how are we trending today for Mother's Day compared to last year? Otto gets to work, reviewing the surge plan for the Memphis hub, checking staffing and coverage for the increase in volume, looking at supplies and devices, and assessing our capacity. Now, just like that, Otto delivers a comprehensive surge readiness brief. On the right, I see key metrics at a glance, and here's the issue. We have a 37% staffing gap, and I only have 3 days to close it. Here's Otto's recommendation. Hire 25 seasonal workers for May 9th to 11th. Now, that is a tall order. However, the requisition looks like it's ready to go. It looks like we could have them onboarded by May 8th, so let's do it. Now, here's where it really gets powerful. The assistant brings the auto-completed requisition to me, filling out the justification to meet the policy requirements, taking countless steps and the busy work off my plate. So I review, I confirm everything looks right, and we'll submit it. So Otto's going to continue its proactive help, and it recommends blocking time for these interviews on my team's calendars. So I jump into Otto's calendar assistant, purpose-built for this task, alleviating the headache of booking all of these interviews. The calendar assistant blocks time on calendars and sets up an AI agent to handle the inbound requests for these interviews. Otto knows the interview process and even sets up a debriefing session at the end of the week so we can finalize our decisions. This is a new way to work. Otto did not just tell me how to do it, it did the work for me, following our policies and our processes across enterprise systems, all from one place. And Otto even generated this awesome hiring tracker for me, so I'm gonna pin that to my canvas. My canvas is my personalized dashboard where I see everything that matters to me and my job. With the surge plan in place, interviews scheduling, and the team tracking the plan, I'm reminded of something. Mother's Day is coming, and after the surge, I would like to go visit my mom. So I see a good window to request this time off, and I'll go ahead and do this. Now, I used to wait for days for an approval, but check that out. It's auto-approved, since Otto knows it meets all the approval criteria. That is some immediate gratification. Thank you, Otto. And before Bill comes back for his close, we're excited to hear from 2 companies about how they're driving real results like this with ServiceNow. Thank you, everyone.
It's all about speed, and it's all about outcome, and that's what ServiceNow has given to CrowdStrike.
We are already delivering more than 30% productivity improvement through Agentic AI.
ServiceNow has allowed us to break down those silos by creating a seamless workflow across the entire organization.
Together, Cognizant and ServiceNow are delivering AI you can build and the platform you trust to scale it.
All right. Everybody awake? Let's go. We're coming into the close now. Who's ready? You've heard our customers that are driving results they couldn't have even imagined a year ago. FedEx, Nvidia, Cognizant, CrowdStrike. We have built the blueprint for agentic business. I want to also tell you, we are drinking our own champagne. We run Now on Now, which is ServiceNow running ServiceNow. Gina will tell you, in 2025, we saved $500 million alone just on the assists on Now on Now. 91% of service requests are supported by AI. Our employee experience, just ask Jackie Canny, has delivered 2.3 million hours of savings. And think about it. That didn't go to copy and paste and ticket routing. It actually went back to people doing work that they could actually enjoy again, because we have AI that executes every time, but we do it within the guardrails. So there's a full audit trail of everything the humans and the agents are doing. And right now, this event is running on the same platform we've been talking about all morning. Think about this. Every incident in this venue, every service request from all 25,000 that are here right now live are sensed, routed, and resolved on ServiceNow. You don't have to imagine what an agentic business looks like. You are actually inside one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the drum roll is playing. Please get out your phones. We've got 3 offers for you. Are you ready? All right, let me see them up. They're ready? Okay. This is my favorite one and something that I've always wanted to do for you. I'm putting a total satisfaction guarantee on the table right now. It's the first mover. It's the first time any software company has ever done it. And I'm going to back it up with something special. I'm going to give you a go-live AI offer, meaning I get you live with my unbelievable company and partners in less than 100 days. Our whole partner ecosystem is activated. Let me be clear. This is not a pilot. This is not a proof of concept. This is real value. You're done with the pilot stuff, am I right? Can we end the pilot routine? Great. So that's offer number 1. Offer number 2, very close to my favorite, by the way. To stop your AI chaos, customers can now get AI Control Tower for free for 1 year. This is a $2 million value, the biggest offer we've ever put on the table. We're putting it on the table right now. You cool with that? In the back, how you doing? All right. Just want to make sure you're okay back there. Number 3, we'll bring knowledge to you. So a lot's going on at Knowledge. We got big announcements, demos, customer stories. You get to curate your own knowledge experience. So everything that matters to you, you can configure to your liking. It'll be 60 minutes worth of content, and we will deliver it for you post-Knowledge. So now is the time to move from intelligence to execution. 64 years ago, a president proclaimed we're going to the moon, not because it's easy, because it is hard. Now it's your turn. Go back to your teams, your customers, and build something. Something the world doesn't know it needs. But once it has it, it won't know how it ever lived without it. That is the agentic business we're going to build together. And Knowledge is just getting started. We have 500 sessions for you. We have 4 more keynotes, and we have an after party at the Sphere on Thursday. The Sphere is a pretty big deal. We're bringing the energy. We're bringing you DJ Makova, Idris Elba, and the Backstreet Boys. Who here is ready to win? Anybody ready to win? Who here is ready to go? Let's go! Let's get it done! Thank you all very much.